Whether you are newlyweds or have been married, I'm certain that we all want to be in happy marriages. A happy marriage can make you a better person, a better colleague, a better sibling, a better parent. And who doesn't want that? So here's 5 tips on how to. Hello and welcome to Hearty Moments with Buggz, a space that gives you moments of marriage, motherhood, and lifestyle. So, the first tip is mutual respect. I feel like respect is something that is very important in any relationship, whether it's a friendship, a relationship between you and your colleague and your parents and family. I feel like respect goes a long way, especially in a relationship, any type of relationship. Now, in a marriage, I feel respect is very important because if you don't respect your partner, I don't think you guys can have a long, happy marriage. You can't be happy when your partner is disrespecting you and vice versa. So, when you argue, because all couples argue, we all have our different opinions and different ways that we see things. So you won't always think the same way or want to do things the same way or meet a common decision. But if you respect each other, you can respectfully respond to your partner, respectfully tell them that you hear, you understand their side or their opinion, but you think of things this way, respectfully, without hushing your partner or just snapping at your partner, making them feel stupid or less of a person. So I think respect is very, very important. Even in an argument, you guys can argue, but if you respect each other, I don't think it's going to hurt as much. I'm sure it hurts to argue with your partner. It's not a nice thing for a relationship, but when you respect each other, like it doesn't really bruise you that much. When you know that you're arguing with your partner and they responded in a certain way, but it was not disrespectful. You understand? It was just you guys not seeing eye to eye on a certain issue. So yeah, I feel like respect is very, very important. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell and comment down below and tell me if you actually do use tips or you just take marriage or relationships as they come. I'd love to hear your views, so please do comment down below and tell me what you think. So tip number 2 is communication and trust. Okay, so now I feel like trust is very, very important, because if you don't trust your partner, like, what is the whole point of being in that marriage or relationship? Because now you can't feel free when they are not around. You are always asking yourself what they are up to, or when they tell you something, you always have second thoughts on that issue. But are they telling the truth? Is it really how he or she says it is? You are always thinking and overthinking, and that could lead to you not having mental health right, because you are continuously overthinking of everything your partner does and everything your partner says. You don't take it as they say it. Like when your partner tells you that, no, I'll be going to a mall, to meet up with my friends, you're not going to be like, okay, sure, no problem, and relax and do whatever you are doing or you are intending to do. Now, when they tell you that, you are going to think about different scenarios, and it's just going to stress you until they come back, and you'll feel the urge to call them or text them a million times. It just leads to insecurities and lack of trust in relationships. So I feel like even if the trust has been broken, because all relationships have their ups and downs, you must try and work on building the trust. You, as the person, you must try on your own individually to try and build a trust for your partner, because I really think there's no use of being in a relationship or marriage if you guys don't trust each other. I mean, you're living your life with this person, you rely on this person on a lot of things, you stay with them, you sleep in the same bed, this person has access to your body, to everything, and yet you don't trust them. I don't think it makes sense to not trust your partner. Trust is very important in any relationship, actually, just like respect. So there is communication. So communication is also important because you must be able to freely speak to your partner and tell them how you feel, what you don't like, what you didn't like. You must not hold back to telling your partner because you are afraid of their reaction, you see. So that's how it goes together with trust. So because now you don't trust this person, maybe they might react in a certain way, but deep down they don't feel the way they are reacting. So that's why it's hard for you to communicate with them, because you don't trust their response, because you don't trust them. They may say something, you may communicate something, they say no, it's okay, and then deep down they're not okay, and you're also thinking the same thing. But we are strolling, because you don't trust your partner. So you must be able to communicate with your partner. And sometimes other couples feel it's difficult to communicate face to face. Some people are wired like that. They can't communicate or voice out something immediately or face to face. So they find it hard to communicate with their partners because you stay with this person, and some people think it doesn't make sense to text your partner when you're in the same house. But now I feel like it's normal, because if you can't voice out what you want to say to your partner face to face, send a WhatsApp text. He's right next to you, but now or maybe you can't put it in the correct words, or you feel like if you say it, you'll say it disrespectfully, and you don't want it to come across disrespectfully to your partner. So if you feel that way, I think it's better to just send a text or send a WhatsApp, an SMS, whatever. Just communicate. As long as the message has gone across to your partner, they've received it, they understand it, they know how you feel, that is what's important. Like, you must talk now face to face, and when I don't feel comfortable with that, sometimes you end up not saying anything, and then one day when you've had it, you explode, when there was no need to keep quiet the whole time. You could have just sent a text. We voice it out into. So yes, that is how I feel communication is important in a marriage. And then we're moving on to tip number 3. So tip number 3 requires date night. So guys, date nights are very, very important, especially for those who have kids. But you guys don't have kids. Date night is important because I'll say a couple who doesn't have kids, you guys obviously go to work, you come back, you are tired, you eat, you go to bed. It's the same story every day. So there are times where you guys need just intimate time together, not just intimate intimate, but just enjoy time to yourselves together, no TV, no cell phones, and just have dinner with your partner and speak to them, let them tell you about their day, about work, what's stressing them, all of that. And I feel like it's very important if you have kids, because I relate to that. I have kids, so sometimes I really do need time with my husband alone, without the kids, without the helper, without anyone, just the two of us. And I'm sure you guys are thinking right now, date nights are expensive, you guys don't have the money for that because their prices have gone up. So it's not always about going to a fancy restaurant and buying takeouts. You can just cook a meal at home, take the kids to bed. You guys can enjoy the meal together when the kids have gone to bed, or if you don't have a helper, obviously you just have to stay in the house. So the only best way you can do that is to take the kids to bed and then enjoy each other's company after they've gone to bed. Cook a nice meal for your man, cook a nice meal for your woman, and enjoy that meal together. Switch off the TV, phones on silent, and just listen to each other and connect, because we do disconnect as couples because of our daily lives of going to work and being busy and being tired and all of that. So we really need to reconnect sometimes with your partner. Or you could, if you have a helper, fortunately for you, you can go out with your partner if you guys have money, go to restaurants, or again, cook a nice home cooked meal, in a nice Tupperware container, go out, somewhere, nizikele emotweni and just enjoy each other's company. Like, there are many ways without using imali to enjoy each other's company as husband and wife, as girlfriend and boyfriend. So it's not so difficult, guys. It's just a matter of priorities. It doesn't have to do with money or whatever. And then there is tip number 4, keep things spicy in the bedroom. Sex is important, guys. I can't stress this enough. Sex is very, very important in a relationship, in a marriage. Because we do have sex before marriage. That's why I'm saying in a relationship, I'm not one to judge. So sex is very important in a partnership, you know. In a marriage, my husband likes to say this, to sanctify our marriage when we get intimate. He likes using that line. He heard it. We podcast so okay. It is his line nowadays, but yeah, it is true. If you are married, you are sanctifying God, ne? You know this line, God. You are praising the Lord by having sex. So yes, I know sex is exciting, especially when you guys have just met or just started having sex. You are excited. You always feel like having it. You always feel like holding your partner. You know, it's exciting. And then as time goes by, you get used to your partner. It's like, okay, I'm going to bed. We're gonna do A, B, and C, and then we're gonna be done. You know, but in a marriage, it doesn't mean now you are married. You must be serious. You must, missionary. Yeah, that is it. No under 18s. Missionary, and yeah, that is it. That is it. No, explore. Hence in city net date nights are important because they do lead to intimate nights after that. Because now if Williamson's in, you want sex but you are tired, missionary is the way, then you are done. Sleep. So date nights gets it entice those feelings. Leo means you guys are gonna get it down tonight. You're gonna missionary, you're gonna doggy, you're gonna everything. So yeah, guys, just keep things spicy and discuss sex. Tell your partner about your fantasies, your sexual fantasies, and just explore each other's bodies and do different things, man. Try different stuff, and don't be afraid to tell your partner what you don't like and what you'd like to try and what you like the most during that session. So please have sex, guys. Please, it's important kakhulu in a relationship. Okay, so let's move on to the last tip. Tip number 5 is do not involve third parties. Like, don't do that. If you guys have problems, okay, I understand that you guys have friends. You're gonna go, okay, show me. Oh, I have this and this and this is stress. So good, no good, no good. Or maybe I've had bad experiences with friends, but I don't feel like telling your friends izinto zomtshato wakho is a really good idea, hey? But yeah, I know out there you guys love your friends and you feel like they're the people that you can tell your stuff to, but I wouldn't recommend, hey? But I would say it's wise to go for therapy if you guys are not able to solve your problems together and you can see that this is beyond your control. You can go to therapy and discuss with the therapist. They will give you a way to go, advice or whatever that's necessary for them, because they are trained professionals for these things. So marriage therapy is always a good idea. Especially, I want family, like I've said this on a video I've done before, in-laws, I think. I'm not quite sure which video it was, but don't involve family. Yes, they are your family, you want to confide in them, but if you are having problems with your partner, you tell your family and they will never look at your partner the same way. They'll be like, oh, we're too lower. And when you will forgive your partner, or you guys will get over whatever issue you guys had, and you will be all over again, and you be in love, ube happy, uzithandele umuntu wakho. Ifamily iselapho kulonto. And remember, when you are married, your partner is now a new member of your family. whether you are a husband, whether you are a wife, family, like once in ilobola in the chat, say family, you guys are a family, ninonke. So now imagine you're like your sister, you told your sister about what your wife did or what your husband did. Your sister's going to feel some type of way when you and your partner have resolved things. And you obviously you can't avoid family. You guys are going to go to family, meet up. Now you are there and you're vibing with your sister, you want to vibe with your wife as well. You want when you vibe and okay. But now there's that bad blood because when you went and told your sister about my partner did this, A, B, and C. And usually when we vent to our family members, we don't vent and say, hey, and I also did this and that. You're like, no, hi man, she did this and this, and he did this and that and that and that, and then your sister's going to see, oh, hi, and when you don't say, I did this and that and that, no buchilo, your sister's always going to have you back, or your brother. Okay, let me not make an example of sis, or your brother, or your mother, or anyone in your family is always going to have your back, whether you were wrong, but also wrong because why is it good, no good, no good, no good. So also your wife or your husband ngenye indlela. I'm not saying protect them, but I'm just saying like on small issues nje ezingekho necessary uba uzishare to your family, just keep them between you two, try to resolve them. If niyehluleka go to therapy, then if therapy is not working, you can take it to the family then. Nise ebantwini abadala, as they would say. So guys, I wouldn't recommend my point is, I don't recommend telling third parties, friends, family, colleagues, don't do it. Do not do it. Please. Or rather, stay anonymous, seek for advice there. No one knows you, but no one's gonna come back with your info now and and throw it back to your face like that, or throw it back to your partner like that. That's in your right. So rather not involve third parties. So that is it. Those are the 5 tips. I hope that was informative and helpful to you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe once again. Until next time, goodbye.